Hey guys, this is a June 22 garden tour. So first I am showing you the newest additions into my yard, which is a strip of dahlia with sunflowers in between each one. This is just right on the sidewalk here, so I haven't cleaned up the dirt yet. But that is a new addition I'm trying out. This was the original garden I started. There's a hydrangea, lilies, some more dahlia. I've got lavender, and pansies I just added from the annual planter I changed out just now. But I've started putting in some poppies, which I'm really excited to see if those are going to come up and how they look this year, if they're going to flower. In the back here, I've got some candy tuft, some hollyhock, which is new. I've got a row of sunflowers in the back there. Hard to see. The sedums are kind of taken over, which is great. I have a ton of snapdragons in this bed, which is another thing I'm doing this year, grow a ton of stuff from seed. I also have some climbing roses I've been working on for the last couple of years. So they died the first year not too well, and then this year I protected them better, but they're having a really hard time getting started. So I'm excited to see some new growth there. I have some more dahlias. My tulips and daffodils are just getting out of bloom here, so it's hard to kind of see all the plants, but I got dianthus, coreopteris, some more viola. I have some alliums that are just past their peak and some salvia just getting into its bloom. So I've got some nice purple going on this side of the bed here. But I can't wait to fill this in with some more color. This is another border which I have created with dahlia and sunflowers. I had a couple dozen dahlia and a couple dozen sunflowers that I either grew from tuber or seed. And so I'm just creating this little hedge over here. I planted these last year. They are a globe arborvitae with right now sunflowers in the middle to kind of take up the space while the globes get bigger. They're going to be about 4 by 4. This crazy looking screen I am actually using to protect our view from the neighbor's pool. Lumber is expensive, so you do what you do. I love my mature trees. It feels like a park back here. This is the newest bed we have, and I have just filled in a ton with some annual color with some pansies. The yellow shrubs are like a candy spirea. Of course, I've got plenty of petunias because they just are a great filler for now. In the middle, I've got some zinnia, some more dahlia. I've actually got 4 variety of dahlia this year. I have planted a shrub rose, and then I also have foxglove, an ornamental poppy, and some iris and lily from my neighbor's yard. And I'm excited because this is the first zinnia flower that has come from the seeds that I started this year. It's so pretty. I also have some cosmos here. I also have lots more snapdragon, lots and lots of snapdragon this year of white and reds right here. Then I am going to kind of spot over here, show you guys my beautiful new clematis. That's a viburnum to the left. But the clematis is new this year. The last one I got did not do a good job last year. Did not make it through the winter. So I'm hoping this one does a better job, but it has got the prettiest blooms on it. They're huge, and I can't wait to see how much more it grows up the trellis and fills in, but it's just gorgeous flowers. I love it. So this bed is just a continuation. That is my little $8 fountain right there. I've got some more phlox. This is the bed at the lower side with tulips and daffodils that are just getting out and waiting for them to wilt. But over here on the top side of the bed, I've got some lilies. I've got some garden phlox. The 3 taller shrubs are peony. And then down here at the bottom in front of the peony was gifted some ranunculus seedlings from a friend of mine. So I'm getting excited because I'm just learning some of these flowers, and ranunculus are such a beautiful rose type flower. So I can't wait to see what colors these seedlings are going to be, because I believe they were a mix. So I'm not sure if they're white or some other color. I did buy a couple of white ones from a big box store this year, and they're pretty much past their prime, and they're never got very tall. So these ones are already taller. Excited to see what the blooms look like. I've got some strawberries over here, and then I just ended the bed with a purple fountain grass that I can't wait for it to come full size, help block up some of this neighbor stuff. My peony are a few years old, and I had to move them last year. They were in a bad spot, but they are full of buds this year, and I'm excited because I'm hoping all the buds will actually bloom, but they're multiple on their stalks. There's multiple, so we'll see what I get. But this is the most that they've ever had on their plant, so I'm really excited to see what the peony do. Again, some more snapdragons, and those were ranunculus I was saying I had from the store. Another side of my garden, again, this is the snapdragons. I've got some dianthus. I have bordered the rocks with some alyssum and then some more pansies. Down further, you can't really see in this way, but I've got another zinnia, I've got some more cosmos, and of course the dahlias are kind of rounding up that filler in the middle. This bed is great. I've got lungwort to the right, then you can see the purple coral bells. I've got a couple different kinds of pansy in here. Again, my tulips are fading fast. And then as you kind of come around, and I'm still working this bed, I've got a pink English daisy, I've got a primrose, I have a red dianthus plant, and that kind of pinky dusty color is a columbine. And then I also have, which I'm excited to see if they're going to come up bigger this year, are some bleeding hearts. There's a traditional one and a golden bleeding heart, those two back there. So I'm hoping that they do something. They transplanted this year and they're really late. They should have already been full size by now. Then I have a couple of hostas. This one back here is actually my newest addition. It's a Woo La La, which is one of the larger varieties. It can get, I believe, between 3 and 4 foot. I don't know that it'll get that big this year. And then in the backyard, I have a beautiful willow tree. I'm creating a shade garden, and I'm hoping, something nice and simple. So what I'm doing here is around the trunk of the tree, I've got some astilbe, and in front of that on the outer ring is going to be hosta. So until the hosta and everything fills in, since they're still babies, I am currently filling in with some coleus that I grew from seed. So everything will hopefully grow together and be really low maintenance. In my greenhouse, I still have a ton of seedlings I'm working on. I started these really late. They all started around, May 1st. But there's a tomato plant, an herb garden for my husband, and some more seedlings. So thanks for watching, guys.